I'm Nikita Morell, a copywriter and marketing strategist for architects, and welcome to day 9 of 30 architecture website fixes in 30 days. So today is all about, you guessed it, about pages. I'm going to look at how your about page can make or even break your website, and I'll share some quick and easy ways to transform your about page from boring to unforgettable. Okay, let's jump right in. So research shows your about page is the second most visited page on your website after your homepage. So keeping that in mind, it means if prospective clients feel a personal connection to your practice's story and an emotional connection to the people behind your practice, then they're more likely to reach out and pursue the conversation further. But here's the sad truth. I see this all the time. An about page that goes something like this. We are an award-winning multidisciplinary studio founded in 1999. We are design-focused, work with our clients to create tailored design solutions. Don't believe me? Well, here's just one random example I found. So this is Barner Architects. Again, as you can see, Barner Architects is an award-winning, independent, multidisciplinary, and innovative design studio. So what's the problem? Well, it's very difficult for prospective clients to form a genuine connection with such dull, cliched, and generic about pages. As you read through this, you don't feel as though they care about you. They're just interested in telling you all about the services they provide. Our services specialize in engineering, architecture, quality management, interior and product design, blah, blah, blah. So it just lacks personality. And what's worse is they even describe themselves in third person, and I see this happening all the time, Barner Architects, etc., etc., etc. But think about it this way. When a client deals with your practice, it's the same as if they were dealing with a real person. I mean, can you imagine talking with someone who starts talking about themselves in third person? Yeah, it becomes a very awkward conversation indeed. So you need to think about your about page as an opportunity to begin building relationships. It's your first impression, and sometimes it's the only impression you'll have. So if you want to write copy that really connects with people and your prospective clients so that they keep reading, you need to make them the star of the story. I also just want to show you another example. So this is McBride, Charles, Ryan. Just hop onto their about page. So this is another big problem I see, and it's that practices are just too focused on themselves. Your about page doesn't have to focus completely on you. Sure, it can, include a personal story, but it's wise to focus on how you solve a problem for your prospective clients. So put simply, how you can help them. So you need to turn, I'm so amazing, we're so great at doing this, and this, into your life will be amazing when you work with us. So for example, MCR, they say at MCR, we have one passion, providing exceptional design for our clients. Nothing wrong with this. But one tiny tweak and it could flip it and say, we have one objective or one passion to provide exceptional design for you. Or instead, down the bottom it says, McBride, Charles, Ryan prides itself in its hands-on approach to its projects and believes our buildings are bespoke manifestations of our client vision. It could become something like, we take the time to understand your creative vision and what you're trying to achieve. Then we make it a reality. So, look, that was just from the top of my head, and perhaps it's a bit cliche, but you get my point. I know you're tempted to write about your practice, and that's fair. It is an about page after all. But if that's all you do, then you risk losing your reader. Remember, the purpose of the visit, why they're on your site, and also think about what the reader really cares about. Unfortunately, well, it's themselves and what's in it for them. So you need to be communicating this in your about page and weaving it through the copy. So now I just want to show you a good example. This is Those Architects. So as you can see, I just love the opening sentence. It says, "It's not about us, it's about you. We design buildings that simply connect people to place." And so it goes on. It's a short, simple paragraph, but it packs so much punch. So it just goes to show you don't need paragraphs and paragraphs of who you are. But immediately, you get the feeling that they're talking to you. They're addressing you directly. So this instills trust, and it also showcases their expertise. So think about it. They haven't listed all the awards they've won or how many years they've been in business, but they don't have to. Just by opening their whole about page with, "It's not about us, it's about you," this gives you the feeling that they have your best interests in heart. And I would suspect that you're more likely to respond to something like this rather than "we are a multidisciplinary," etc., etc. Okay, so before I go, I just want to leave you with 5 simple ways to help make your about page more meaningful and memorable. So number 1, make it personal. Switch most of the instance of "we" for "you," and this will immediately change the focus from your practice to the prospective client. So actually a good rule of thumb is to try and use the word "you" twice as much as the words "us," "me," or "I," or "we." So here's a tip. Write as if you're talking to one person. After reading your about page, you want your prospective client to know, trust, and like you. It's as if they already know who you are. And at the end of the day, no one likes to work with jerks. So you need to make yourself likable. Number 2, use your about page to tell your brand story or origin story. So you can weave in emotions, challenges, honest stories about where your practice started. Stories are memorable and connect with the outside world. By drawing them in, you're creating an emotional connection. And tell your prospective clients why you're different from the other hundreds of thousands of architecture practices out there. Number 3, use language and tone of voice that resonates with your ideal clients. This helps to build trust and creates an emotional connection. But remember, you really need to understand who your prospective clients are and a really deep understanding before you know what will resonate with them. And number 3, always use a personal photo. So as you can see with those architects, I really love this photo that they've used. It doesn't have to be like this, but you can see like they're barefoot, they're not looking straight into the camera. It's just, you can tell these just 2 awesome guys. Your photo could be an image of your team or even a candid shot of your studio, but no matter what, you need to make sure it's professional. You could have the most well-written about page, but if your photo's a bit off, then you're going to lose potential customers. So don't let that happen to you. And I don't know, I think the more personal, the better. A personal photo can help people know who you are and trust you. And number 5, call to action. Where do you send people after they've read your about page? I bet you don't have a place. So don't leave it to them and don't leave it to chance. Guide them with a call to action. Tell them, contact us now to schedule a consult. Okay, so now it's your turn. Check out your practices about page. Is it we? And does it sound like every other architecture practice out there? If the answer is yes, then perhaps it's time to consider rewriting your about page so you can start to capture the attention of the clients you really, really want. And if you're thinking, writing my about page is the last thing I have time for right now, or if writing is not your strength, then leave it up to a professional copywriter. And I know just the place to find one. That's me, by the way. So if you're ready to take the next step, then send me an email at hello@nikitamorel.com. Okay, well that's it for today. And I hope that you tune in tomorrow for day 10. See you then. Thanks.